4, 3, 2. We are officially live. Welcome. Happy Monday. Very light day for us today. Just 7 games. We had a great Sunday yesterday. Our first time, I think that was our first time doing a Sunday morning show. And the VIP ended up picking up like 1.8 units or something. Solid Sunday. As you can see, Prop Beaver is not with us. He's in Aruba doing something. I don't know. I think he's on a family vacation, actually. Sean Redden joining us for the entire week. I actually like that Phillies hat. That's a pretty dope hat. Yeah, the Liberty Bell.
Also, Sean Redden has killed it on this show every time he's been on. So
yeah. I think he's 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on every time he comes on. He has a monster day. So hopefully that continues. Anyone have anything to add? And when's the next preseason NFL?
Gotta be at some point this week. I know the Eagles start Friday.
I think it might be Thursday is the next game. We got that around the corner. College around the corner. I mean, it actually stresses me out a little bit knowing how busy my life's going to be in 1 month from right now.
I know the feeling. Because you're sitting there and it's not here yet, but you know it's coming and you're like trying to prepare for everything, but then you can't prepare for everything. Trust me. Yeah, I feel you. I feel your pain.
And last season, the NBA took a hit because I was trying to juggle football and the beginning of the NBA season at the same time. So this year, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Sean takes the reins with the NBA. He does NBA and NFL, and I'll do NFL and college or something. We have a bigger staff this year, so we shouldn't run into that same problem. We'll figure it out, though. We're kind of playing it by ear. But anyway, let's not waste any more time of anyone's. We have 7 baseball games today. I'll kick us off with this first one, which is Toronto at Baltimore. In my opinion, I have to go Baltimore here, and I'll put my bets up on the screen right now. So I went Baltimore 2 ways, full game money line and first 5 money line, both for a half unit. We'll get into why in just a second. I actually have a good amount of notes for this one, so I'll summarize. So yeah, Jordan Lyles pitching for the Orioles. He is a bit of a loose cannon, but he's been much better at home than on the road. On the road, he's almost like an auto fade. At home, his numbers are actually pretty respectable, and he's looked good in his last 2 starts. So he seems to have found something. I like him at home in this spot. Yeah, he's facing a Toronto lineup that's tough, but he just pitched really well against Tampa. Then he went into Arlington and shut the Rangers down, and we know how dangerous that lineup can be at home, even though, to be fair, the Rangers lineup has cooled recently, but we know that pitching in Arlington, Texas isn't the easiest spot to pitch. Here's the thing with this game. There's no question in my mind that the Toronto bats are stronger than the Baltimore bats. No one would argue that. But the thing is, I think we need to pause and take a serious look at Kikuchi here before we lay any money down. In all honesty, and I'm going to pull it up right here, when is the last time Kikuchi had a solid start on the road? It's been a while. I'm pulling it up right now. The answer to that question is... you have to go all the way back. You could make an argument that April 19th was the last time he had a good start on the road. I mean, he got beat up by the Rays. Then he went into Oakland. The A's smacked him around. Then he went into Milwaukee. The Brewers smacked him around. We're talking about 5 horrible road starts in a row. 5. And 5 bad starts in a row. 4 of those absolutely horrible. In my opinion, you gotta fade this guy on the road right now until he shows us otherwise. And another reason I like the Orioles is everyone's been big on the Blue Jays bullpen recently. Rightfully so. They've been awesome. But you want to know whose bullpen's been slightly better? The Orioles. So, yeah, I'm on Baltimore 2 ways. Toast, where you at?
I couldn't agree more. I did take the 1.5 at -135, so I'm going Baltimore plus 1.5 at -135 for a full unit. And the reason that part of the reason that I'm doing that, Twell, is that let's just take a look really quickly at the spot for the Blue Jays. Playing extra inning games, 2 of the last 3 games, now having to travel to Baltimore. Their bullpen is definitely worked. I mean, it's a huge issue. I mean, 3 of their top guys all worked yesterday, and all those same 3 top guys worked 2 of the last 3 days, and every single guy in the middle of that bullpen has worked 2 of the last 3 days as well. And they have to travel. Like you said, Lyles doesn't have the best numbers in general, but at home he's been much better. And the Blue Jays, they have a huge home field advantage. They love playing at home, but they are a losing baseball team on the road. I'll definitely take that 1.5 with Baltimore and have no problem with it.
Yeah, I like that bet too. Sean, are you with this or are you fading us here?
My thought process is the same, but I can't back the Orioles versus this Blue Jays lineup. I get how bad Kikuchi has been, but I don't trust this Baltimore pitching staff either. Lyles' numbers are better at home, but I just can't get there. So I'm going to play it, in my opinion, safer. And I'm going to play the over 9.5 at minus 104 because I think both pitchers have the possibility of getting rocked in this one.
How much you want to bet on that?
Just a half. Actually, no, give me a full unit.
Full unit on the over 9.5. All right. Moving along to the next game. Reds at Orioles. I'm sorry, Reds at Mets, not Orioles. Reds at Mets next. I'll go first again. Screw it. So I'll put my bets up first. And on the under both ways, but this is how I'd bet it. I bet the Reds' first 5 team total under 1.5 at minus 130 for a half unit. And the full game under 9 at another half unit. And I will tell you why now. So, I don't really think Chris Bassett is that reliable of a starting pitcher, but the numbers don't lie. This guy at home has been consistently good for a while now. I mean, to find the last time this guy had a bad start at home, you got to scroll all the way back to mid-May against the Cardinals. Bassett's been consistent as hell at home, proving me wrong, proving me that he is a starting pitcher we can rely on at home. We're talking 5 straight quality starts at home for Bassett, so I trust him. Combine that with the fact that the Reds lineup has been straight up bad on the road this whole season. In the past 2 weeks, the Reds lineup on the road against righties is dead last in baseball. They have a combined team OPS of just 497 against righties on the road recently. So that's Los Angeles Angels type numbers. Like, just horrible. That's why I'm on that first 5 team total under for Cincinnati, because I think Bassett goes 5 with 1 run or less. The reason that I'm not backing the Mets, A, they're juiced to the tits. B, because Justin Dunn's pitching for the Reds, and I know Toast remembers him last year from Seattle. We cast some bets on Justin Dunn last year, Toast. I don't even remember that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is his first major league action this season, but like I said, he had stretches of being kind of nice last year on Seattle. So even though it's his first time pitching in the big leagues this season, I'm not treating him like some rookie coming up. I think he's actually kind of decent. He has good stuff. So that's part of the reason on the under. The other part, I mean, how could we ignore the fact that the Mets are coming off the biggest series of their season by far? They just played 5 of the biggest games of their season against the rival Braves. They took 4 out of 5, probably celebrated last night as they should. But you talk about 5 big emotional games, and then now you think they're going to be ultra fired up to play the horrible Cincinnati Reds at home, a team they don't fear at all. I just think there's a chance the Mets bats come out flat tonight. That's why, along with the Cincinnati first 5 under, I'm on the full game under as well. Sean, what do you think?
It's interesting that it is a letdown spot for the Mets. I do agree with that. But this Cincinnati team, these are 2 teams just headed in opposite directions, in my opinion. I totally get where you're coming from, though, with the letdown spot. But this just talent level from these 2 teams is just too big of a gap. They are juice crazy, but obviously that's for a good reason. As you said, I don't trust Bassett to be consistent every start out, but he has been pitching really well, especially his last start. So I'm actually going to be comfortable laying a full unit on the Mets minus 1.5. It's minus 172. I would never lay minus 357. So that's why I'll give me the minus 1.5 for a full unit. And then I also am going to do the Mets minus 1.5 parlayed with the Brandon Nimmo hit. And that comes back at plus 101.
SGP plus 101. And how much you putting on that?
Full unit as well.
Holy shit. He's gearing up. It must hurt you to put all that money on the Mets. All right, Toast, where are you at?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I actually did an SGP because of I feel the exact same way with you as far as looking at the under. So I went Mets money line under 11.5 at -115 for 0.75 units. But I also had written down Mets money line with a Lindor, Nimmo hit, something like that. So pay attention to my Twitter because I'm going to have a couple hit parlays in this game. A couple good opportunities for Mets players.
All right, cool. So, again, another game where we're all pretty much on a similar page here. Solid start. Solid start. Let's move on to game number 3. This is going to be a quick episode because we only have 7.
I can't stress enough, though. I agree with you so much. That was that emotionally, physically, everything against the Braves. This is like one of the ultimate letdown spots. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's definitely an ultimate letdown spot for the Mets.
That was the Mets season. That was the climax of their season so far. So I mean, the lineup is so good that, like, is anyone going to be surprised if they light Justin Dunn up? No. I'm just saying, like, it might be a good spot to expect a lighter day from the lineup. Toast, why don't you start this one out? It's Washington at Cubbies.
So I think it sucks because the Cubs are priced at such a high number, and I really wanted to figure out a way to play them. I think the best way to play them is first 5 -0.5 at -135 for a full unit for me, just to isolate Keegan Thompson at home against Anibal Sanchez in this horrible Washington Nationals team. So I wouldn't mind. I haven't looked what the number is, but the Cubs team total was at like 4.5 earlier this year. I had that written down as well. The Nationals bullpen is just god awful horrible. So any way you can figure out a way to get after them is going to be good money as well.
Someone said while you were talking, bummer there isn't a Dodgers game today. You ain't lying. Dodgers That's -1.5 till the death of me. Sean, where are you at on this one?
Same thought process as Toast. I mean, the Cubs are just juiced crazy, and it's weird seeing the Cubs as a -196 favorite versus anyone. But these are the Nationals we're talking about. The Phillies just sent them to the gulag for the entire weekend. They might have had a chance versus Thor, the game that was rained out. It was only a 1-run game. But other than that, the Phillies beat them by damn near 2 touchdowns every game. So I can't back them here. They're bell-less, they're soda-less, they're hopeless. Give me the Cubs money line for a half a unit -196.
He's laying the juice. Just a half unit, though, so nothing crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So you can copy and paste Toast bet right over to me. I did the same thing. I actually bet the Cubs 2 ways, I believe, though. Hold on. Let me paste this, and let me open my notes. Okay, so I did 2. All right, so I did the Cubs first 5 run line like Toast. Let's do 0.75 units on that. And then I did the Chicago Cubs first 5 team total over 2.5. And that's at +110. That was at plus money.
Ooh.
It's nice, right? With Anibal freaking Sanchez.
Yeah, I just looked. The team total is 4.5 at 105. Yeah, either one of those guys is going to be good money.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a short description because Toast pretty much said it, but Anibal Sanchez is pitching for Washington, so you can go ahead and chalk up 4 runs for the Cubs in the first 5 innings. This dude should not be in the major leagues. He's only on a roster because he's eating innings for the Nationals. It's nothing against him personally, but let's acknowledge that's what's happening here. Meanwhile, I love betting Keegan Thompson, and I'm starting to like the Cubs a little bit. I'm sure that there's some luck involved here, but for some reason, it feels like whenever I back the Cubs, I cash. Now, they're not cashing a lot of bets. I just feel like whenever I back them, they cash. They've kind of been my little good luck charm, so I'm starting to become a low-key Cubbies fan here. But Keegan Thompson at home is a savage, and him at Wrigley against Anibal Sanchez anywhere is just, I mean, first 5 run line, easy money. And also, there's one hesitation. The reason I'm not, like, kicking the door down to make this the bet of the day, the Cubs' numbers against right-handed pitching have not been great. In the past 2 weeks, they're just 19th in Major League Baseball against righties. But I think Anibal Sanchez is so bad that it doesn't matter. So I'm betting the Cubs first 5 2 ways here. All right. Again, another one where we're kind of all on the same side here. Let's cruise right along to game 4 here. Pittsburgh at Arizona, and I'm so pissed because yesterday morning, remember, Toast, I was like, I want to bet the Pirates, and I pussied out. Pirates got the win yesterday, 8-1. So I'll go first here. I'm betting the Pirates. Going, not a big bet for me, though. Pittsburgh, plus 1.5 at minus 105, just for a half unit. Probably my least favorite game on the board here. I know the Pirates have been bad, and this is a bullpen day for them, but honestly, I think a bullpen day might be what this team needs, because statistically, the bullpen has been the best part of the Pirates lately, and I know that sounds crazy, but in the last 2 weeks, the Pirates are 5th with a 2.28 ERA from their bullpen in the last 2 weeks. So, surprisingly, the Pirates bullpen has actually been all right. It's actually been good. So I really think this bullpen day might be a good thing. But basically, this bet comes down to me. There's just one thing and one thing only that this bet comes down to for me. I just don't think the Arizona Diamondbacks are a good enough team to like 250 juice. No way. I like the D-backs. I like Zach Gallen. I understand why everyone's probably going to be on them today. But minus 250 juice, like, just forget all the numbers. Just use, how good do you think the Arizona Diamondbacks are? Like, if you were, what's a good example? Okay, so if you were giving out ratings on MLB The Show, what would you put for the Diamondbacks? Like a 79? You're gonna lay minus 250 juice with that? I'd probably have the D-backs at like a 79 and the Pirates at a 73. That's not a minus 250 juice. I can't lay that with a team like Arizona. Even though we've cashed some nice bets on the D-backs lately, not hating on them, I just don't think they're that good. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, and another thing, Diamondbacks bullpen, not good. So even if Gallen pitches his face off and the D-backs are up 3 or 4 runs heading into the 6th or 7th, we could still cash this run line because the Diamondbacks bullpen sucks. So, Sean, why don't you go second?
I'm actually on the exact opposite side of you. I'm taking the D-backs minus the 1.5. I would never lay the minus 250, as you said. But I like the spot here. Gallen on the mound at home. Minus 1.5. I got it at minus 114. I'm going to do that for a full unit. And it's just factor in the fact that Gallen is at home. And the Pirates had to travel cross country from Baltimore now to play this game. I just like the spot here for the Diamondbacks.
Hey, all right, cool. So we're on opposite sides. First time we got a disagreement for the day. Hey, yeah, well, thanks, man. Up $400 in the last month. It has been a good month, yeah. For the VIP, that's for sure. All right, Toast. Which are you on, my side or Sean's side?
Kind of on your side. I've actually been lucky the last couple of days doing this with Oakland. Their team total the last couple of days has been 2.5 and kind of juiced up, and their run line's not hitting, but their team total over 2.5 is hitting. So I'm going to do that again here today. You talked about how bad the Pirates or the Diamondbacks bullpen is. It's minus 150, but I'm going to do it for 0.75 units. This Pirates team is just hitting the ball pretty well. I mean, they've hit this number in like 7 or 8 out of the 10 last 10 games. 2.5 is a very low number for a team like the Arizona Diamondbacks that have a pretty decently bad bullpen. So for them to get 3 runs, I mean, have you not seen what O'Neal Cruz has been doing lately? I mean, it's just going to take one swing of the bat for him, and that's going to do it for us. So, yeah, I really actually like this play at 2.5.
I like it too. My minus 150 is a little heavy, but I do like it. Dina Simpson joining. Man, I miss gambling. Yes, she's in Missouri. It's illegal out there. So she's missing the perks of living in Jersey. So this guy, I get money asked a couple times. So the VIP real quick. So you just download the Sauce Network app, or you go to KyleKirms.com if you'd rather do it that way. But the app's much easier. Just download the app. It's called the Sauce Network, and your phone will buzz whenever we post picks. And it's not just us. I have, starting September, I'll have a 9-person staff. We have a soccer guy, a UFC guy, a tennis girl. We got someone doing everything. So your phone's going to be buzzing with picks every single day for every sport. If you download the app, it's $1 a day, $30 for the month. Not selling it. And if you're not interested, no big deal at all. Just thank you for watching. But that was just answering that question. So why don't we go ahead and move on to the next game? Giants at Padres. I went sharp, but I couldn't. So I had the Giants money line down, and then I deleted it like a pussy. Right. But this is what I ended up doing, and I'm going to put 0.75 units on it, so it's not like I'm limping into this bet. I'm putting a little bit of weight into first 5 on the run line. So I'm taking that half run in the first 5. I don't love Alex Wood. In fact, someone could probably scroll back and see me on this show making fun of Alex Wood plenty of times. But the truth is, in the past 2 weeks, the Padres have fallen off hitting left-handed pitching. They're 29th in Major League Baseball in OPS against lefties. It hasn't improved. It hasn't improved since they added Josh Bell and Soto. In fact, it's decreased. Obviously, things are bound to turn around. They just had a 4-game series against the Dodgers. Was that a 5-game? No, 4-game series. I guess it felt like 5 games because they were just getting their ass beat for what felt like a month. But, yeah, so they've been awful against left-handed pitching. So it's kind of back to where the Padres were about a month and a half ago. Remember, I was betting the Padres against righties, fading them against lefties. Their numbers are starting to look similar to that, to what they were back in, like, early June. I really think there's a lot of value on the Giants in the first 5 here. Like I said, I don't like Alex Wood, but in a lefty-lefty matchup where the Giants have crept their way back up, they're 9th in OPS against lefties in the last 2 weeks. So the Giants' bats, low-key, are sneakily hitting lefties pretty decently. Also, Blake Snell, I know, has been better at home, but I want to mention, I don't care. I don't like Blake Snell at all. I think Toast likes him. I don't like him at all. I will not lay that kind of juice with Blake Snell pitching. So, give me the Giants on the first 5. Toast, where you at?
I'm going to take the Giants plus 1.5 at minus 135 per 0.75 units. Honestly, I just don't really like the spot for the Padres. They've shown over the last couple of years that once they play the Dodgers, that series after, I think they're like 4-8 in that series after. And then Blake Snell as well. Like, I don't really, I am a Blake Snell guy. He's from Seattle. He's from that upper Northwest like I like. But at the same time, there's a lot of things telling me that he doesn't pitch very well after a couple solid starts. I don't really like put a whole lot into trends, but I definitely take a look at them. And then Alex Wood, I mean, the last time he went into San Diego, he went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, and didn't let anybody score. So it's hard for me to believe that just because they have Soto and Bell now, there's just going to be a huge difference. So, and then the Giants are actually playing pretty well right now. I understand they lit up Oakland, but I'd rather have a team that just got lit up and is playing free rather than the Padres, who just lost 3 games to the Dodgers by a combined like 15 runs. And now they have to come and play the Giants against a lefty that they don't really have success against. So I just don't really like the spot for the Padres, and the price is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I agreed. Sean, are you with us on the G-Men?
I'm standing alone again in this game. I will admit that I don't trust Blake Snell either. I caught heat on this show the last time because I said I was fading him, and everybody said I was just mad that he broke Bryce Harper's hand. But while that might be part of it, that is not the reason why I don't like Blake Snell. But I don't like the Giants and Alex Wood either in this game. I'm laying the 1.5 here. I agree. I'm not going to lay the juice minus 190. It's a little out there. But I got the Padres minus 1.5. And I got it at plus 108. I'm going to do that for a full unit. And I will say this. I don't trust either pitcher, but I do trust his Padres lineup more. That's the reason why I'm making this bet. And I know Toast reiterated that they haven't been good in the past off of the Dodgers series. But I feel like this is a team. They're going all in this year, obviously. They traded their entire farm system for Drury, Bell, and Soto. And their backs against the wall. Don't look now. But the Phillies have passed the Padres now for the second wild card. Their backs are against the wall. They have to come out and get a win here versus a bad Giants team. And I think they're going to get it done.
Yeah,
Really quick. Found the stat in my notes. Blake Snell, after 2 straight starts of allowing 2 runs or more, so 2 good starts, good job. 3-8 the following 11 after that.
Yeah, Sean, I saw that as well, that the Phillies had moved into the second wild card spot, and it made me laugh because I remember early in the season when Yankee fans were making fun of the NL East, and now the NL East has the Mets and then Braves and Phillies, the first 2 wild card spots. So lay out the NL East, bro. We're loaded out here.
Not to mention the Marlins. The Marlins might not have any bats, but they have one of the best pitching staffs in Major League Baseball from top to bottom. So it's not a walk in the park when you face the Fish.
Yeah. All right. let's move on to, we're on to game 6. Only 2 games left. We're cruising through this one. Oh, God. I don't want to go first. I don't want to go. Go ahead.
Cool. I'm going to have Oakland first 5 minus 0.5 at plus 105 for a half a unit. Oakland money line at minus 135 for 0.75 units. And then Oakland team total over 3.5 at minus 130 for another half a unit. Look, I love Cole Irvin at home, and I'm definitely going to ride him here. And then let's just take a look at the last couple of teams that he's faced at home. He's faced Houston twice, Texas, and Toronto. All those teams hit pretty well. Jose Suarez has actually looked pretty decent. But the last time that he went into Oakland, he got kind of lit up, gave up 4 runs in 5 2/3 innings. And now let's just take a look at the spot for the Angels. They just played 5 games in 4 days up in Seattle. Now they got to travel without rest and go play Cole Irvin. Not to mention that the Oakland bullpen hasn't been horrible, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm all over the A's today.
Wow. Sean, are you with him? I see you nodding.
Yes and no. I agree with everything he said. I'm not fading him. I can't. This is 2 of the worst lineups in baseball, but I agree with Toast that it's a flat spot for the Angels, and I do like Cole Irvin has the pitching advantage over there. So I'm just gonna take the under 7.5. It is, what did I get? Oh, minus 110. So it's basically even money. And I'm gonna do that for a full unit. I just can't back this Athletics lineup. But I'm also not ever gonna back this Angels one. So give me Cole Irvin and the Angels to hold it under 7.5.
It was 4 games in 3 days. Sorry, I said 5 and 4, but it was 4 games in 3 days. I apologize.
Oh, God.
Do it. Just play the Angels, dude. We all know you want to. You ain't got to hide it. You ain't got to lie to kick it, bro. Like, just do it.
All right, I'm on the Angels.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people on Oakland today. And here's the thing. I completely understand why. The Oakland Bats have been hitting somehow because that lineup sucks. But they've been scoring runs, and even though they just dropped 2 in a row, I believe. I think they lost 2 in a row, but they scored like 5 and 4 runs in those games. And if you just look at the last handful of games, they're scoring runs. The Angels are so bad, and they're even worse against lefties with Cole Irvin. I'm going a little bit contrarian. I don't even know what the word is.
Contrarian?
I feel like I'm on the sharp side here with the Angels. I might end up taking a terrible loss. You can see I have no confidence typing it in. I didn't even want to say it. I just wanted to skip to the next game. But I'm putting a full unit on it. Next game, final game. The Yanks. Sean, why don't you start us off with the Yanks?
Me and Toast were actually talking about this game earlier. He was like, "Are you taking the Yankees?" I was like, "I would love to," because of the fact that they just got their asses kicked by the St. Louis Cardinals. Much to my chagrin as a Phillies fan, because the Cardinals are in the wild card race as well with the Phillies. But I can't do it. They're traveling now to Seattle. I can't back the Yankees in this spot. Gilbert has been very good, but the last 2 times Tyone and Gilbert faced these lineups, they both got rocked. So I feel like the safest bet here is the over 8 at minus 108, and I'll do that for a full unit.
It's the over 8 minus 108 full unit. I don't hate that one. Toast, you on Seattle?
Of course.
Seattle money line at what, minus 105 or whatever?
Whatever it is, yeah.
I have minus 106, so
yeah, it's been moving up and down. Do you want me to go on my little soliloquy? Or
yeah, give us a soliloquy. Oh, how much you want to bet first?
0.75.
All right.
So, first and foremost, I'm a spot guy, right? Let's just take a look at the spot for the Yankees. Just got their asses kicked in hot, humid St. Louis, 96-degree weather. They're all sitting there baking in the sun. Now you got to get on a plane, travel all the way to the West Coast. Your bullpen's taxed. Clay Holmes can't get anybody out. So that's first and foremost. Now, like I said with the Angels, did the Mariners just play 4 days in 3 games? Or Jesus Christ, 4 games in 3 days? Absolutely. Yes, they did. But their bullpen is actually fine. A couple guys are down. I think Festa's going to be down, so he's going to be that hard thrower. But Sewald's still available. They still got guys like Matt Brash and other guys in that bullpen. Gilbert's numbers are much, much better at home. I understand that he got lit up, but that was like a little tiny ballpark in Yankee Stadium. Now they're going to be playing in Safeco Fields where balls go to die. They do not fly the same out there. I'm not worried about it. And then Jameson Taillon, I mean, he's looked bad in like 7 starts for the most part. Like, this isn't like a small sample size. He really hasn't looked good for a while. And then this Mariners lineup that didn't have all the stars that we kept on betting just tattooed his ass in New York as well. So I like the spot for the Yankees, or like the spot for the Mariners. I actually like the Mariners lineup against Taillon. And then really a cherry on top, if you take a look at the top of the lineup for like Judge and DJ, those guys are 1 for 6 and 0 for 4 against Logan Gilbert. The guys like Rizzo and Stanton were the guys doing the damage. Last thing, Yankees 41 and 15 at home this year. They're just 5 games over on the road. Mariners all day.
I like the round of applause. I like the round of applause. Hey, I wonder if this is true. This guy, Isaiah, came in and said, every time Kyle says he hates his pick, it cashes. I wonder if there's any truth to that. I don't track things like that, but I'm on Seattle with Toast.
Hey.
And I'm sticking with the same exact thing, actually. I'm sticking with the money line. -106. I'm going to put a full unit on it. If you notice I went full unit a lot, it's just because it's a smaller slate, which allows me to disperse money around a little heavier.
Okay, then bump me up too. I'm not going -20.
All right. There you go. So
the way Toast broke down the pick, he should have been 3 units.
That's Prop Beaver's move. I mean, absolutely love this here. I'm hammering it. Give me it for a half unit. We're like, that's a Prop Beaver move, man. So yeah, actually, Toast pretty much said everything. I was going to touch on how the Yankees on the road are not nearly the same. You should cap the Yankees on the road like a borderline wild card team, because that's what the record says they are. Another thing, Jameson Taillon, who's been shaky as hell, a lot better at home. On the season, Taillon's got a 4.47 ERA on the road. Like, does that scare anybody? Logan Gilbert at home is a much better starter than Jameson Taillon on the road. Tenfold. So, yeah, Seattle all day here.
And Taillon's last 7 starts, 5.71 ERA.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
I hope the Mariners win 9-0.
If you take out this guy right here, so if you take out the games against the Astros, Seattle's 21-4 against everyone else since July 1st. Yeah, but you know what? Didn't like 16 of those come in a row though? So it's not even.
You're gonna discredit them for winning games in a row?
No, but I'm saying like, yeah, they had a winning streak.
Long winning streak. Yeah, I get you.
You can combine.
Didn't they not lose for 3 weeks? So you can't count that.
That's true.
No, what I'm saying is they had a winning streak in there, so you can count that with any. Like you can combine the stats and make anything.
No, yeah, I get you. I know I get you.
All right, we went through the games fast as expected. I mean, it's a small slate. I know that Sean, who likes to call himself Parlay Paulie in his spare time, I know he's got a parlay. I only have one, and I'm saving it for the VIPs. So, Sean, do you want to give out your parlay here?
Yeah, sure. Simple, only 3 legs. Mets -1.5. Padres -1.5. And then the under 7.5 in the Angels Athletics, and that's going to come back at +522.
+522. So 3 legs. Mets, Padres run line with an under sprinkled in there. Okay. Toast, do you have a hit parlay?
I do. It's pretty juicy, too. Eugenio Suarez, Jorge Mateo, Francisco Lindor, and Josh Rojas coming back at +440.
I missed one. Who was after Suarez before Lindor?
Jorge Mateo, and it's an E Suarez.
He's on my fantasy team, and I still got that wrong.
He's raking, bro. Gino.
What was that? What is the price on that?
+440.
Ooh, that is a juicy hit parlay. Usually your hit parlays are around +200.
Mm-hmm. It's because
all right.
Rojas and Mateo are both bottom of the lineup guys, but they're just smashing right now.
Oh, don't say that, bro. We love Beaver. He said the show runs a lot smoother without Beaver. Sean is awesome. Oh, poor Beaver. Hope he's not watching right now.
Beaver takes a sip of his drink in the Arubian sun.
Well, Sean will be here all week. For today through Friday. Beaver's gone for the week, so you'll be seeing a lot of Sean. Also, Sean's going to be on with me every Sunday morning for the NFL show, and probably on a lot of Saturday mornings for college as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of him.
Yeah, he'll be definitely on some of my college basketball shows. You can guarantee that.
I only have one. And I'm sorry, Jerome. I only have one. And as much as I would love to just give it out, I got these people pay me, and they pay for their premium, and I have to make sure I take care of them. It's not like you gotta pay. It's not even like that. It's just I need to take care of the people that pay our salaries. So yeah, that's the.
I mean, I can tell
that.
you people, I put one personally that was the Mets, the Cubs, and Oakland. It's 254. I mean, it's not like an official play in the show, but I played that personally, so there's a parlay for you, too.
There you go. Toast with a bonus one. All right, so we're done. It's 4:35. Let's close it up. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Tuesday, so let me just check, but usually 4 p.m. on Tuesdays, you can set your watch on. Yeah, 4 p.m. tomorrow, and there's a shitload of baseball games. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Full slate.
With 2 doubleheaders? Oh, no, 1 doubleheader. So there's 16 baseball games tomorrow. So show up at 4 p.m. tomorrow with your big boy pants prepared to lay some bread. Because it'll be the same 3 of us, and we're going through 16 baseball games. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, as always. Hit them up on Twitter if you need anything. And everyone have a great night. Later. And we're clear.